defense would be good. We just didn't know it could be that good. Dallas still stinks. Yo, but the way kick dig back here, I'll tell you what. This defense is going to be possibly the best defense in the National Football League this year. They are going to be good. And they may not have the premier elite pass rusher that everybody wanted, including myself. But it ain't going to matter, because when you got guys like Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis and Jalyx Hunt, you are going to do damage. A lot of damage. And that's what I take out of the first week of camp. What do I take? The defense is going to do a lot of damage to a lot of people this year, and I love it. Now, as always, when we start these videos during training camp, we like to talk about the injury report. Well, today the Eagles were actually off, but I will give you Saturday's injury report just because a lot of people were asking me questions about some of the guys that weren't at practice. So, for example, Lane Johnson, he did not practice yesterday. Jihad Campbell, Daquan Graham, Elijah Moore, Cam Williams, Cole Wisniewski. And really, most of those, Jihad Campbell, Graham, Lane Johnson, Elijah Moore, they were all excused. I think Jihad Campbell, I think he was going to a graduation ceremony. He graduated from Alabama. Congratulations to him. He definitely should be happy about that and excited about it, and we are happy for him. And I think that as far as the injuries go through the first week, you're always going to get guys banged up, but it looks like, for the most part, this is a really, really healthy team besides the Jonathan Grenard thing. That's the one thing that kind of sucks, right, is that Grenard is hurt. But, I mean, you know, what we take when we look at this first week is this defense looks like they're going to be really, really good. Really good. They dominated the offense in Saturday's practice. Matter of fact, the one guy who really stood out was Jalen Carter. I mean, how great is this? Right? You sign him to an extension. Everybody's worried, is he going to be the next Albert Hainsworth? What's he going to do once he gets paid? He's ready to work. He's in great shape, and he's been really, really standing out so far at camp. That is a complete opposite of last year during camp. 2 years ago during camp, the Super Bowl run, we heard a lot about Jalen Carter. Last year, one of the things we actually talked about during camp was Carter's been quiet. Davis has stood out. We've heard a lot of Davis, but not a lot of Carter. We're hearing both guys now. So Jalen Carter, he was actually, the defensive player of the day on Saturday. And here's the thing. When you look at Jalen Carter and you look at what Howie Roseman did with Jalen Carter and his contract, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Did you guys see this? No, look, I mean, we're just winning. Matter of fact, before I get into it, let me show you something else that's going to be winning. PrizePicks is America's #1 sportsbook app. It is the best app to use while watching sports. Plus, the great thing about it, it is really easy to use. Just pick a few player stats and lock in your lineup, and boom, you're ready to go. Or if you prefer, you can now do team picks. Now, team picks is great. It opens up a ton of options, including picking wins, spreads, all sorts of things, as I'm going to show you in a second. Plus, PrizePicks is available in almost all 50 states, including California, Texas, and Florida. Now, as I was saying, when you look at the team picks, they often have a bunch of different options to choose from. One of the ones that I want to touch on today is the stage of elimination for football teams this coming season, specifically the Cowboys. Why? Because this is, to me, easy guarantee, okay? This is easy. I have the Dallas Cowboys. I am taking them to not make the playoffs. That's right. I am taking the Cowboys to not make the playoffs. I'm locking in that lineup, and boom, it is ready to go. I love this play. I think this is a great guarantee. And if you like this or you want to do something similar, all you have to do is download the link in the description, download the app, and then use promo code HMA when you sign up. And if you play your first $5 lineup and you win, you'll get $150 in lineup credits. That's $150 in lineup credits. All you have to do is play your first $5 lineup and win. That's right. Just use promo code HMA. Link is in the description. Shout out to Prize Picks. All right, shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring today's video. They're winning. We're winning with the Cowboys not making the playoffs, which you know is going to happen. But here's who else is winning. Howie Roseman, Jalen Carter, the Philadelphia Eagles. Did you see this contract? Can you believe there were people who were saying, don't pay Jalen Carter, don't pay Jalen Carter. How are you going to pay him? How are you going to afford this? How are you going to afford that? Howie Roseman knows what he's doing. This is why a lot of the owners hate us. This is why they want to ban the tush push. This is why they're always against us. Because our owner makes them all look like crap. Okay, what Howie does with these contracts, we give Howie a lot of credit, but a lot of credit has to go to Lurie too, because Lurie's willing to pay upfront money. He pays upfront money, and what that does is it allows Howie to play with how he sets the contracts up. Here is Jalen Carter's contract and how it's structured salary cap wise, right? Salary cap, salary cap, salary cap. That is what is going to tell us, according to people, how they're going to be able to get all these other guys in it. Well, if you set your contracts up like this, it's no problem. And this is why I never understand a guy like Mark Holmes complains and acts like how he's doing something wrong when he talks about him. He should be in awe. The Cowboys should be in awe, because what he does is he sets the Eagles up for long-term success. Here's Jalen Carter's cap hit on his new 4-year, $152 million extension. 2026, $9.1 million. 2027, $9.5 million. 2028, $15.5 million. 2029, $22.2 million. 2030, $29.4 million. 2031, $26.2 million. And then 2032 is $68.1 million, but it's a void year. So what this contract is unbelievable. They're not going to pay a cap hit higher on Jalen Carter they're not going to pay more than $15.5 million until 2029. I'm going to run out of fingers with all the rings we're going to be winning. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're going to get Cooper done. Yeah, they're going to get Q done. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And the owner deserves a lot of credit. I think, I forget what they said, it was like 60 or 70% of the guaranteed money is like, it's paid up front in the first few years, which is what you want. A lot of owners don't like that. They don't want those contracts structured this way. That's why when they do the new CBA, they're going to try to change the rules on us, okay? Because they don't like how he does it, because they're cheap owners. They don't want to pay. So we're lucky. We got a good owner, okay? Now, as far as the first week of practice and what we saw, especially yesterday, this defense is obviously way ahead of the offense, okay? And that is okay. I saw people complaining, some media guys complaining about how the Eagles may need to go out and get a wide receiver. It's like, well, you had a wide receiver. What are you talking about? But you can't panic off of 3 days of practice. Not one padded practice. This offense is going to take time to get going. That is perfectly natural and normal. That is not a surprise, okay? It just isn't. But they act like, some of these people are acting like, oh yeah, the sky is falling. No, the defense is going to be ahead of the offense, and it has been. But the offense will come along. What what I like about the offense is the things that they're doing. I like that Hurts is over center, that they're using play action, that they're using the short passing game, that they're throwing the running backs out of the backfield. Like, these things will all work out. And when Hurts gets gelling and when this offense gets going, they're going to be fine. But it will take a while. And as I said, please, Nick, please play these guys in preseason a little bit. Please, they need the reps. But I think we're going to be okay. So I'm not so super discouraged about what the offense is or where the offense is. I'm actually really excited about where this defense is because Jalen Carter has been tremendous. Then you get guys, like Jalyx Hunt. I mean, Jalyx Hunt has gone out there and he has looked incredible. He has looked incredible. He looks loose. He keeps beating everybody, and you can tell he's a real problem. You're already getting guys saying buy stock in Jalyx Hunt, or if you could buy stock, you'd have to do it in Jalyx Hunt. He has been that good that early. Jordan Davis, he's in tremendous shape yet again. I think he's had a couple pass deflections. I think maybe the first 11 on 11 that they did, I think he might have had a sack. So, they have been really, really good. And then, of course, you got good corners. I think Jihad Campbell is going to be a player. And Jeremiah Trotter, shout out to him. He is standing out, too. He is making plays all over the place. Right now, I think the Eagles, in terms of where the offense is and where the defense is after first week, is around what I expect. Okay, except I think the defense sounds like they're a little more dominant. And the reason I say that is not just because of what they do against the offense, but I think it's because they're in such good shape. You have multiple guys in really, really good shape, like Carter, like Davis, like Jihad Campbell. He looks like he took some weight off. This defense looks hungry, and they look ready to go. And if this defense does what I think it is, it's going to be a top 3 defense. It's going to create a ton of turnovers, and they're going to win a lot of games just on that. And then if you take the offensive side of the ball and you run the ball well, and Barkley has a bounce-back year, and you can run the ball, maintain leads, not turn the ball over as Nick Sirianni loves, and then have that defense as dominant as I think they are, you're going to win a lot of games. And, Landon Dickerson, there were talks about whether he was going to retire. Remember that? He said none of those were true. He denies the retirement reports. He also looks like he's thinned out. He's thinned up too, as much as Landon Dickerson's going to thin up. But he looks like he took some weight off. He looks like he's in tremendous shape. And he said it was a mistake coming back so early from that surgery in preseason, which we knew. He'd never think he fully recovered. This offensive line, okay, and this is what I want you to take. The one big thing to take out of why you should be positive about the offense is this offensive line looks healthy. They look healthy, and they look good. And that's going to be a problem for the league if they're good to go. So the first week are in the books. Tuesday pads come out, and it's going to be an interesting time. Of course, we will be live for it all. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's Howie Vision, baby. We're all just living in it. Hey, parents, real quick. What's the one money lesson you wish you learned earlier that you're trying to pass down to your kids? For all of the parents out there with teenagers, we already know you're trying to keep a million different things under control. Believe me, I got 2 teenagers myself. It's tough. Well, guess what? CashApp is here to help. Make sure your teen's money and their spending isn't adding to the craziness. With CashApp card available to teens 13 to 17 with a sponsorship by an eligible parent or a guardian, every transaction triggers a real-time notification for you to see, empowering your teen to practice independence while giving you a peace of mind by keeping track of their spending. You can also manage everything from your own Cash App account without having to switch between the two. It's beautiful. It makes it simple to stay connected to your teen's financial activity in a way that's both efficient and empowering. Now, finally, no one, and I mean no one, wants unnecessary surprises. With Cash App, there are no monthly fees, no minimum balance requirements, and no hidden charges when sending or receiving money. With the Cash App card, you and your team's balances receive 24/7 fraud monitoring, and if the card ever gets lost, you have the ability to lock their card right from your phone in just one tap. New Cash App customers can earn $10 if they use code FAMILY10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. That's FAMILY10 in the profile and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partners, prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Cash App Visa debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, and the Bancorp Bank NA, pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. See terms and conditions for Sutton prepaid cards, Sutton debit flex cards, and Bancorp debit flex cards. Savings provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. All right, okay, we got to talk about this. I almost forgot. How could I almost forget? This is so ridiculous that I like to bring it up because I just think it's funny. Jalen Hurts on Saturday got a grade D at quarterback because he went 16 of 24 with 0 touchdowns and zero interceptions in a non-tackling, non-hitting, non-contact practice. All right, he would have gotten sacked 8 times, and it was a little more his fault, according to Elliott Shore-Parks. He said Hurts was sacked 8 of his 24 dropbacks due to a combination of poor blocking and Hurts holding the ball too long. Obviously, not being able to see replays, it was possible nobody was open. Well, I think early on, Hurts holding the ball too long, it makes sense that it's going to happen in practice. It's a new offense. It's going to take time to adjust. But I wouldn't pay attention to these grades in all seriousness. We talk about it and we have fun with it. But the truth is a few years ago, it might have been last year, I can't remember all the days. They're all combined. As you get older, everything just mushes together. But like, the thing about it is, remember when he had like no interceptions during camp, or like 1, and everybody, and it was making a big deal that he hadn't thrown an interception all camp. It's like, and then he goes out, I think the first game he threw an interception. I think he threw 2 interceptions in that game. Don't put a lot of stock into it. It's practice. It's training camp. We just want to see our guys get better each week and get going, the offense get going, and everybody stay healthy. That's how we do it. Denzel Washington is out. That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.